Brody, you stupid.
Right. It's the edibles for me, Brody.
Mm,
Baby, they have taken me out all week.
All right, y'all, 10 seconds.
9,
mm.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Thank you for tuning into Juicy Pop. I am your host, Miss J.
And I'm Laura Brody.
And I am Sheldon G. Horton.
Hey, Juicy Pop is the home of urban pop news, interviews, and juicy tea about y'all favorite celebrities, y'all. Let's get into it. How y'all doing tonight, Sheldon and Brody?
What's
What
going
up?
on? How
I've
you
been
doing?
missing you guys.
I
I know
know. It's
it.
like
Oh my
COVID,
God.
bitch.
Okay, all over
I know
again.
it, right?
All over
Like
again.
on a whole nother level, right?
Right.
Y'all, we got so much to get into tonight. It's been so much happening over the week. First, let's start with Cam Newton, him asking the Breakfast Club about Just Hilarious and why is she not their current host or their co-host. 50 Cent won his money back still from Tierra Marie. Rick Ross, his baby mama Tia Kemp, and his girlfriend have been having Instagram drama. His daughter then now got dragged into it. We're gonna tell y'all all about that. Pastor Jamal Bryant, he was out spotted with a BBW, just like Drake. He like his women big and beautiful, okay? And we got footage of Melanie and Martell Holt having several altercations and leaked all over social media. Y'all ready to get into all of this?
Let's get into some fun.
Girl.
Ooh, lot. So, first topic. So Cam Newton, him and Brandon Marshall, they went on to the Breakfast Club and they were sitting down talking to Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy and Cam Newton before they ended the interview. He decided to ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy what happened to Just Hilarious. We saw her for a couple months as the co-host with them, and then Sis had said right around Christmas announcing that she basically was the new co-host for Breakfast Club. She had a big
Yeah.
revealing party and celebration for it. Then after the new year hit, we ain't seen or heard from Jess on the Breakfast Club. So I just want to know, what do y'all think happened to Jess? Do we think she's really gonna come back, or was that it for her?
Is this thing on? So I think personally, she kind of, I mean, I really don't know. It's like, I feel like maybe she spoke out of turn. Like,
Mm,
they gave her the news that was like, hey,
right,
what's coming your way. And then I think she was just like, let me post it, let me tell people. And then the contract wasn't signed. And they kind of like, well, whoa, like, why are we talking ahead? Like,
right.
this supposed to be like breaking news for maybe it was supposed to be breaking news for Monday because I think she made the announcement like on a Friday.
Hmm.
So it's just like, what's going on? I mean, I like Jess and all, but I just don't know how excited I was about her being on the Breakfast Club personally.
um, I really liked on the Breakfast Club. I think she had something to add. Breakfast Club is probably one of my top five most consistent podcasts that I frequent. I think she really added something, and I would compare her up to other talent. I do think she added something. I don't know what happened exactly, but you know what I'm saying. In some speculation, I just kind of feel like the ink wasn't dry. You know what I'm saying before they did that, and maybe all of the negotiations weren't all the way and you
Together.
know what I'm saying, agreed upon yet. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I just kind of feel like she 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 saw something in that contract that actually she couldn't live with. Because interesting enough, when it comes to the whole um thing, and I was thinking about this the other day, just like when you think about music artists that are white, very rarely do you hear them complain about the same injustices that the black artists complain about. Like, the lack of money, the lack of facilities, the lack of the things that we think is just what's supposed to be in place. We hardly ever hear them come out publicly and talk about those discrepancies. And it begs the question that is all of the the black community, when it comes to negotiations and stuff, that it's literally set up a particular way to take everything from the black artists, and it's set up to give everything to the other ethnicities. And that, again, it begs the question, like, what is it?
Right. I'm with you 110%. I agree with you, Sheldon. I actually enjoy seeing Jess on the Breakfast Club because they hadn't had Angela Yee in some months. And so to see a consistent, because they were bringing in different guest co-hosts, and to see a consistent woman holding it down, giving her opinion, she was even adding jokes into it. I think she brought a lot to the table to add on to Charlamagne and V to kind of balance them out, because them two by themselves, me personally, I mean, I really wasn't excited to hear just them two talking back and forth with
Right.
the corny jokes that they were always telling on each other. So to have a woman bringing her jokes,
Yeah.
that added balance, added context to the conversations and to the interviews. She had a couple of her own viral moments, especially right before all of this took place. Her and Sexy Red had a little issue, and that
Oh.
was interesting to see how she handled that. And I think that really was a testimony to how she would be as a co-host, because every guest that you have is not going to be the easiest, and they're not going to be as fun. Like, you're going to have to make them warm up to you and build that rapport with them. So I think she was on her way up to grow not only just herself as an individual, but her brand as well. So it's kind of unfortunate, I think, that they chose not to hire her if they didn't, or to your point, Sheldon, if they didn't agree everything as far as contractually. I think they really need to renegotiate that and try to figure out what they can do to get this all figured out. And then possibly, maybe with all the stuff that DJ Envy has going on legally, maybe she finally said, okay, hold on. Maybe I don't want to be involved with all of this, because there was at one point rumors going around that they were investigating the laptops and the different software and stuff up at Breakfast Club. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed they did my girl like that. I like Just Hilarious on Breakfast Club.
So am I. I have a question though. Do you think, and now that she's been on there for some length of time, do you think, how would you rate her contribution, um when it comes to her opposed to Angela Yee?
To be honest, I think I liked her maybe a little bit more than Angela Yee, because
Hmm.
Angela played it safe a lot of the times, or she allowed Envy and Charlamagne to kind of overshadow her. The way that she is on lip service, I think I would have liked to see her more like that on Breakfast Club. So to answer you, I think she was probably about an 8. I think there was still room for growth. She was still new in it, and the fact that she had never been in radio to this capacity, I think that was really a good look for her.
Right.
I
What
think
what
her
you
being
think?
a co-host on there was definitely a good look for her. I think that was huge for her brand. But I go back and forth. Like I think Just Hilarious is amazing, but I go back and forth because it's just like she's had so much confrontation with people in the industry too. So
Mm,
it's almost like on that Wendy Williams level, and it's like
right.
I personally look at the Breakfast Club. I look at it as like I want it to be more comedic and funny. Like I think the confrontations that I have seen on the Breakfast Club have been more so like with like K Michelle or like what's Young Money, Cash Money,
Birdman.
Birdman,
Yeah.
like that was like up and down, but it was like comedic. It was something that
Right.
really came out of it.
Those were those
You
big
know,
viral moments for them.
exactly. So I mean, I hate it for her. I think she has been had an amazing career, and I just hope that again, like I hope that within this situation there could be there's something that bigger that can come from this. You know what I mean? For her, because it's almost like a slap in her face. Like granted, like some people loved her on there, some people didn't, but then it's like it's so fucked up that like you tell this girl like, hey, this is it, and then boom, you snatch it right back from under her face. Like what kind of shit is that?
Right. You know
It's
what?
a draw for me.
Right. And only the Lord Brody way. Um, but though, I think when I compare their contributions, that I think they both in their space were great. But I do believe that I could tell when there was a shift in the things, and when it to me seemed that Angela Yee was being suppressed, or she
Mhm.
wasn't comfortable, or there was some some riff, and then it was
Right.
interesting. I remember I was watching one day and I was looking at Angela Yee, and I wanted to put in the comments, Charlamagne, what have you done to Angela? Because
Yeah.
I can tell that everything had shifted because to be perfectly honest, I didn't start looking at the Breakfast Club, like my whole podcast life changed during the pandemic, and that's what I got on. But I was on YouTube like every day, all day. But it was just great. But yes, definitely their contribution is different. But I think that just adds a freshness
Yeah.
that kind of was missing with all of that masculine energy. Because to me, she seems like the friend of a man, a chick that's real good friends with men, and can code shift when it comes to guys. You know what I'm saying?
I think they should just recast at this
They should
point.
recast. You talk about the
Recast.
whole Breakfast Club.
I mean, maybe keep Charlemagne because I feel like he's definitely he was the star. He's the funny, like the
Right.
funny aspect of it. But I think within that, like indie, I think you can stick to radio and then maybe bring someone else in or bring in a fourth person. If they felt like Jess wasn't enough, bring one more person in, somebody who's potentially part time that's still just as funny. You know what I mean?
All right. I think they need to give Jess the job because she
I
was
do
good
too.
to
I'm
me.
with you, Sheldon.
Yeah, she was good to me.
Well, we will keep you guys updated on the new co-hosts for Breakfast Club if they ever really get to one. Because right now it just seems like they just riding coast out with Charlemagne and Envy. So we gonna keep y'all updated. But on to some other news. Rick Ross's ex, Tia Kemp. I don't know, child. If y'all been seeing her for the last like week and a half, she's been choosing violence with any and everybody that has come in her path. So it all first started off with Rick Ross's current girlfriend, Christina Mackey. She had made Rick Ross some tacos. And Tia Kemp was like, "Ho, you ain't even worth $1. How you gonna make some spaghetti or some tacos?" They start going back and forth. Christina was like, "Pick me, Miss Pick Me, Miss Pick Me, Miss Pick Me." Then as she was hollering out Miss Pick Me, it turned into Sierra Nicole announcing that she had a new baby with Rick Ross. And then Christina got real quiet. Then it goes to Rick Ross now serving Tia with a cease and desist because she just was going viral on TikTok and Instagram, going in on Rick Ross, telling all of his personal business, calling out Pretty V and all the other women that he's dated, saying that Lyra Galore had got a train ran on her by Rick Ross and Meek Mill, saying that Rick Ross was cheating with Keisha Kayor while Gucci Mane was in jail. She got into it with his daughter Toy, saying that she had a fake diploma from high school because it was showing that she graduated from a school somewhere in Tennessee, but they live in Broward County, Florida. I mean, when I say nobody was safe from her rant, nobody was safe. And it got to the point where she started calling Rick Ross Renee since the season desist came out, saying that basically she was upset because the certain school that their son, who's 17, is choosing to go to for college, Rick Ross basically doesn't want him to go there, and he wasn't really willing to pay the tuition for the school, for the private school that he's currently in. So when I say she was telling all the family business, she was telling
Mm.
all of his family business, their personal business. It was crazy, y'all. What would y'all do if y'all was in Rick Ross' situation? Because even the season desist is not working.
I don't know about that one because old girl had razor blades in her mouth, and you ain't lying. Like nobody would say, like she was chopping up the whole world, like getting her where if you want to, like she was a living lawnmower. Like
Yes.
seriously. And I'm like, shit, I'd be like Rick Ross too, like, girl, would you shut your goddamn mouth? Oh, excuse me. Would you shut up, girl? God dog. So I don't know. That's a tough one. Brody, how you feel about this?
I just feel like if I were Lyra, I'd be like, like remember the Nene meme? Like, what? Why am I in it? Like, what the
Yeah.
heck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, why are you exposing people's business? Like, if anything, that makes you look petty and crazy. Like, you look crazy to the world. You look
Yeah.
like desperate. Like, is he not paying enough to you as child support, or like, is there something going on there? Because this can't all be about a school.
Right.
Mm-mm.
I think
Like,
it's a little bit more personal too.
and I'm sure her and Keisha were somewhere down the line, like close. So it's like, why are you throwing her under the bus too? Because Rick Ross and Gucci Man are still like best friends like this. So
Right.
like, why are you throwing other people under the bus? Let's talk about what you got going on.
Yeah, or what you don't have.
Or what you don't got going on. Where's the work, honey? Like,
And that was
cast her for Atlanta Housewives or whatever the fuck she at, or Miami.
look. I even, to your point, Brody, I even questioned the same thing because I watched one of her most recent lives this past week when she was on there going off about the daughter and all of that. And I'm just like, this is a kid. And to her defense, somewhat, I guess Toy had posted something like she's illiterate, she ain't got no education. She like, my mama got this and I got that and this, that, and the third. We're not asking what your mama got. We asking you what you got, what you bring it to the table. And it even got to a point where it made me a little uncomfortable because she just was like, she was very like unhinged. And I was concerned. I was like, are you okay, sis? Because the way she was just going in on the daughter, on Rick Ross, like her son is upstairs, she yelling at him, asking him questions. Like, that's embarrassing. I don't care what you and Rick Ross got going on personally, but for you to bring that to the internet, now that's where we start having an issue. And then you talking about the new girlfriend, you bringing a new baby into it, talking about Toy's son became a uncle before he was even born. Like, it was just straight disrespect and cutthroat. Was it entertaining? Yes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say it wasn't entertaining. However, I'm just like, like your mama said when you growing up, whatever happens in this house stays in this house. And I feel like a lot of people have now taken advantage of social media to expose their personal information and business. And then they'll turn around crying like, well, why are you all in my business? And even Keisha K. York came back at one point and was like, look, I've never slept with Rick Ross. Keep me out y'all drama, y'all business, because I love my man, my man, my man. Okay. So she's writing for Gucci all the way, and I'm here for it. And I'm with her. Like, keep our names out y'all fucking drama. We don't got time for all of that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So yeah, we gonna see how all this plays out because even when she made the alleged statement, she said allegedly, but it's the truth, and y'all could hook me up to a lie detector test. So we gonna see if she take a lie detector test to prove it because she even said she saw Keisha Kayor's white Bentley leaving Rick Ross's studio home. So
She just waiting on the shade room to call the girl. Come
hello,
on,
that's all.
anybody to give her a moment. All right, y'all. So 50 Cent and Tierra Marie. This has been going on since 2018. We all remember her being on Love and Hip Hop, crying about this, talking about it. 50 Cent dragging her publicly on social media. I mean, it's just been a whole entire mess. I personally thought that this whole situation was done and taken care of, but apparently it's not. So if you have been living on under a rock since 2018, let me give you a little bit of background on the actual situation. So this all began in May of 2018. Tierra Marie had broke up with her then boyfriend at the time, Akbar Abdul Ahad. And then shortly after that, there was a sex tape that was released of her. And so basically, 50 Cent had released a picture from this sex tape onto his Instagram. And Tierra Marie basically has sued him at that point because she felt like he was the reason why the video went viral. Well, the judge threw the whole case out, and now 50 Cent basically is suing her for all of the legal fees that he had to pay for his attorney. And maybe at this point, Tierra don't have no money, pretty much. But Rick Ross, or I don't know why I keep saying Rick Ross. 50 Cent keeps saying, run me my coins, sis. Like, where's my money at? I don't care what you got or what you don't got going on. If you need to call Auntie Mona Scott Young and say, hey, let me hold something so I can pay this man and make him leave me alone, then that's what you might need to do. What y'all think? Should 50 Cent leave her alone, or does Tierra Marie need to go ahead and pay up them coins?
Tierra Marie ain't had a hit since No Daddy and Feeling Good. Jay-Z already done cut them checks. Any check she gonna get from any of them songs is all she got. I'm sure she can call Fashion Nova and throw on a shirt or two and see if they'll pay her a little $10,000 a post. But until then, 50 Cent needs to go on. He just did a song with Nicki Minaj. She got all the money in the world. He on TV. He is on his Diddy. He needs to leave her alone. Leave her alone.
I okay.
Okay, Sheldon.
So here's the thing.
Let them
First
use
of
you.
all, a mess. Okay, so this is a classic case of I'm gonna get you gone wrong
Mm,
because she pulled him into this
mm-hmm.
with the lawsuit in the first place because it went viral. This thing was everywhere and it was under everyone's eyes.
It
I
was.
think I think because she felt his influence would be a part of what made the difference in that case. But again, um, it was proven that it was already viral before he got involved or when the thing posted. And so the truth is, it backfired. So in a court of law, you pulled him in here, and so you got to pay the man. I mean,
What you saw, baby?
period. And then two, they did take it light on you. They really did take it light on you only because um the whole ruling, I mean the whole counter suit situation was like 100 and some thousand, but they only award you 30,000. But here's the whole gag: because of her refusal to pay, she literally got $14,000 extra added to the settlement.
Mm.
And so my thing is, they're playing games, and what I'm saying, these rich people problems. So I ain't tripping. These
Say that.
rich people problems, baby, because you know what I'm saying. Because you definitely could have paid him if you wanted it, but you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. She has to pay, and it just is what it is. I'm sorry, like she
Yeah.
has to pay.
She outrun him his money. I don't care what she got
Yeah.
to do. Like, and I even feel like now there's too many ways to generate income. So whether you
Hmm.
got to go get your OnlyFans, whether you got to become an influencer, I don't know if you got to get a regular 9 to 5. Figure it out, Tiara. Figure it out.
Yeah.
She gonna have to do something, Brody, because 50 Cent ain't letting up until he get his money in. Okay,
Yeah.
get his bag, and she just need to go ahead and run it. Or maybe she need to get a cease and desist on him because he gonna keep on dragging her until he get off 50 or 30,000 of his money.
Well, I mean, but let's think about that. You drag me into something, and I incur a 100 and something thousand dollar bill that I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you behind. You crazy boy. Um, you crazy. But you drag me into something, and I am left with a bill
Ew.
because you drug me into something. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Into legal fees, and to be perfectly honest, he still had to pay 70% of that.
right. Exactly. And the fact that I had to waste my money on that, yes, I'm money
Right. No,
at the end of the
ma'am. Listen, and you ain't got to pay the whole 100.
day. Yeah,
Yeah, sweetheart. You listen, you gotta run me them funds.
you're gonna have to do.
I'm sure she has it, but I think that might be like,
I
Okay.
don't
I
know
believe
because
she
Tiara had a real bad drinking problem on Love and Hip Hop. So
yeah.
I'm wondering, did she even really have the money, or did she drink majority of it away?
Baby,
I
you
mean,
ain't
is she
think
still
you
in
ain't drinking on
LA?
30,000. You dead if you drink 30,000, or you are going somewhere where it is $1,000 a effing pop for a drink.
And I'm sure there was more than just drinking that was involved with her
Got it.
addiction.
Okay, maybe so, but baby, you ain't did no $30,000 worth of drinking.
Nah, nah, you right about that. However, I think she is still in LA, Brody. And if you could afford to continue living in LA, you got that 30,000 put up somewhere.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
so sad. These artists, they be so good. Like literally, when she came out, I was like, oh, that's that girl. Like,
Yes.
and then
And she
just
flopped.
she fuck with
What?
that's that Ray J dick.
There you
Okay, so what time? So what time are we talking about her coming out? Like, when she came out, when she
like when
was the
she
first
initially
time.
came
Like
out.
when
Yeah.
she first came out.
Okay, so you know that it's alleged that that Jay-Z dropped her, and without
Yes.
her knowledge, you know what I'm saying. So she was doing her thing, and she was on her way, but that was beyond her control. But I promise you, y'all, I just connected those dots because that's whether you ain't know where that girl ain't come from.
Yeah.
I just did. You know what I'm saying? I tend to the business that pay me.
I know that.
I ain't know what the fuck you was. Girl,
Look, if she ain't paying you, she don't seem like she paying anybody. All right, y'all. So, talking about paying somebody.
Help
Okay,
me, I'm poor, bitch.
let me see it again, Brody.
Oh shit.
Okay, we all need some points. It can use that over here.
We can all use some
We
coins.
can't depend on Tierra to get it for us, but maybe somebody that we can depend on is the New Birth Missionary Church Pastor Jamal Bryant. So I don't know if y'all didn't heard the tea about him this past week. He was spotted out with this lady by Tasha K. She said the lady had a BBL and some blonde braids and all this other stuff. And so come to find out that it is his co-pastor, Dr. Carrie Turner. And so Dr. Carrie Turner had posted a picture of her blowing out a candle. It was her birthday apparently this week. She was blowing out a candle and a really big piece of cake. Pastor Jamal Bryant had commented under it like, oh, bring that cake here. You can't eat all of that by yourself. And now his New Birth church members are now thanking Tasha K for exposing him and his co-pastor because they said it was inappropriate. Tasha said she saw them inside of an ice cream parlor, and when the ladies noticed her, she kind of left, and then Pastor Jamal Bryant shortly left after because, of course, they know who doesn't know. Tasha K is gonna spill the tea, the wine, whatever you want to call it. And when I tell you nobody is off limits, not even Pastor Jamal Bryant, do y'all think this is an appropriate relationship? Because he has had a track record of having many women.
Brody, you go first.
First off, I don't even fuck with Tasha K. That bitch is crazy. She is fucking insane. So, I mean, let me tell you. Okay, maybe the comment. I think we take a lot of things too personal on like Instagram. You know what I mean? Like commenting. Okay, maybe there's a point. There's a little bit of it that's a little bit inappropriate, but.
And what part would that be?
About bring the cake here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's her birthday. Like, and that's the whole crazy thing. We never know other people's relationships they already have with each other. They work side by side. So, I mean, right. I feel like it could be a strictly platonic relationship. And he just, being funny. I say a lot of funny shit at work. I'm like, oh, bring that, this here. I don't mean I want your ass.
Right. Period.
So, and it is. I feel like it is what it is. Again, the fact that Tasha K brought that out, right? Don't she owe Cardi B some money?
And Kevin Hart trying to.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into those things. We're going to stay on topic this century. Right. Let me pull my Bible out.
Tabernacle.
Right. You know what though? My thing is this: what is the proof? Because they were coming out of ice cream parlor. Were they coming out of a hotel room? Like she said, she actually saw them in a hotel room.
They were holding hands inside of the ice cream parlor.
Okay. And what is wrong with that? Because my thing is this right here. If she's a single woman, he's a single man, what is the problem?
Right.
I mean, it's not like he even, because a lot of church people are really weird when it comes to, saying you dating in your congregation. But the truth is, she is on a pastoral level. So even with that, they're on the same level. And how does a man of God date? Right. You know what I'm saying? He got to do it the same way everybody else would. Nick, you'll just walk up to somebody and say, "Hocus pocus, you're my wife." You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be some dating, some interaction. Like I don't get that, and because I just didn't find anything that would be incriminating when it came to that. And him bring that coat. Listen, I got some friends. If you walk up on us talking, you'll be like, "What the hell going on here?" You know what I'm saying? But it's innocent to us because we've been talking like that for so long. You get what I'm saying? Or we have that level of relationship. So I just don't see bring that cake here. He just said that to a colleague. You know what I'm saying? It was I just don't see the wrong in it. Or his girlfriend, which was okay.
Now,
which was okay.
I'm all here for the pastor getting some love, getting some attention. Me personally, I've always been taught don't fuck where you eat at, okay, and where you make your bread.
That's the truth.
And in this case, also, Pastor Jamal Bryant, if I was a church member, I would be concerned that y'all messing the church money up, because at the end of the day, if y'all get into it, that can turn into a whole different messy situation within the congregation. Y'all supposed to be, or you especially are supposed to be leading by example. You preaching to your congregation every week as that this is how you're supposed to carry yourself, and this is how you're supposed to run your life and lead with God and all of this. You got to practice what you preach, Pastor. So why are y'all running out of the ice cream parlor with Tasha K? I mean, yes, she is very messy. Don't get me wrong. She's very messy. However, why is it the first thing that y'all think of as soon as she walk in the ice cream parlor is to run out?
Because they know
Because
she's
she
fucking
Tasha
crazy.
K.
She is a nut.
Y'all made it more obvious by running out. Get y'all ice cream
No,
about your day.
no, they were avoiding potentially making it
Well,
what it is now because they know
that's
she
why
has
they
the
should have just
potential.
stayed.
God
No,
forbid he
because
licked the
It's a
cone
lose-lose
off.
situation with Tasha K.
right, but my thing is this though: they're outrunning what they could know could be headlines and something that they just don't have the gravity to handle. Because I feel like relationships are like babies; you don't take them everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when they're new. You let them develop muscle before you expose them to the public because harsh criticism can actually work against the authentic development of true relationships.
Say it.
So and then too, that girl was gonna grab it by the horns and she was gonna take that bottle of clay and she was gonna make that whatever sculpture she wanted.
She wanted extra
to make
sprinkle candy.
that.
Look,
Right. So
maybe they should have went on an ice cream date all the way in Jamaica or something, because you being in Miami at an ice cream parlor and expecting nobody to notice who you are, you're a world-renowned pastor. So you've had your history with Giselle and then the baby mama when you cheated on Giselle. Like, you've had your share of women in the past, Pastor Jamal Bryant. So me personally, I just feel like if you're trying to protect your relationship, keep it as private as possible. And being in public at an ice cream parlor, you never know who you're gonna run into. And I'm not saying they can't live their life publicly, but prime example, this is what could possibly happen if you got your business all out in the street.
if you run into Tasha
Tasha K. Okay, shut it. You
As soon as
might
you see her ass, you need to.
Because Tasha K ain't playing with none of our ass, baby. Now you
They
think
should have
she
been in
done her thing.
disguise, had on hats, sunglasses,
Right, nigga got you that on ski mask, face mask. Nigga, wear it. Tasha? No, baby. Come on now. And as much as people criticize her for antics, they run right to her porch every time she got something to say.
We do. I ain't gonna
Every
lie.
time.
I'm guilty of it myself.
Listen.
I sit there with my glass of wine and be sipping
I
on them. So, even though she owe our girl Cardi.
Not a fan.
Look.
You're not a fan for what? You don't like Cardi?
No, I'm not a fan of Tasha K.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Carmen and I have had the pleasure of working with Tasha K. And in this realm, it's so easy to stand on the other side of the screen and criticize these people and slam them up against the wall. But you know what, to be perfectly honest, if you was ever in Tasha K's presence, the heifer is funny as fuck.
Oh, she's very.
She is so motherfucking funny. Oh my God, I'm just cussing. Y'all please forgive me. But she is so funny. Like she is so funny, and to see what she seems to be in the news and to see what she is in person, it's almost like you feel like she's two different people because she's really enjoyable to be around in person. And I really enjoyed working with her. So, it's hard. I can see how people can accept certain people, even when sometimes when it even comes to Donald Trump. I can see how people say he's far different in person than he is on the political place. But I mean, all that stuff still come out his heart though. But I can understand how they experience his charm in person because I think that Tasha K is cool like that too. But I mean, I don't advocate her ripping people apart because that shit is a lot. I mean,
it is a whole lot.
Yeah, because nobody deserves that. You know what I'm saying? And then too, I just wish that that we weren't so addicted to the stimulation of the trash of other people's lives.
Mm.
And you know what I'm saying? I just wish we weren't, because you know what though, and I know this is just like a segue, but I'm gonna bring this up because I think about the culture of what we got going on with reality TV, and one day these women are going to have to give account that they literally influenced an entire society of an entire culture, a pop off culture, as a result of reality TV. And people will take people and rip you apart more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? And I know we got the segue, so go ahead. We'll pick up on that later. But yeah,
Well, Tasha K is still on this topic. Okay, so y'all know Melanie and Martell Holt. Hey, Rashida Nicole, how are you? Welcome to the show, girlfriend.
I think you on mute,
Hey
man.
y'all, sorry
There
I'm a
you
little
Okay.
go.
late, but I'm here. Thank y'all for having me.
Of course.
Hey, girl, it's been a while.
I
Look,
know.
Hey, Rashida girl.
Hey y'all. Hey everybody. Okay, let's get to it. What we digging into, y'all? Tell me.
yes. So this conversation is all about Martell and Melody Holt. And so Love and Marriage Huntsville is what they're on. And recently Martell was arrested for domestic violence. He also sat down with Tasha K during an interview, and he brought some receipts with him. He brought some video footage that basically showed him and Melody having some type of argument in their house as they were in the middle of their divorce. They're going back and forth. She's starting to ruin some of the furniture in the house. And so now it's really coming to a head, and people are questioning, was he really the aggressor, or was it always Melanie, or was she, at some point, was she always or initiating some of the arguments and disagreements that they had, despite him cheating on her? And that was part of the story as to why they got a divorce from each other. She's going through the house, tearing up stuff in the garage, the living room, the kitchen. I mean, she was all up and through the house. And at one point, he just up and left when she started ruining the couch. It looked like she was pouring either gasoline or a charcoal lighter, or what is it called? The fluid for the
Yeah,
grill.
lighter fluid.
You invade
Lighter
Lighter
your girl.
fluid.
Molly,
Like,
you
what
invade
the
your
hell is
girl.
happening right now? So, what y'all think about this? Is Tasha K being messy again, or is she coming with the receipts?
That damn Tasha
Mm.
K, honey. So I mean, again, first off, who's recording this footage while they're in the house?
Martell.
From
Go
a
ahead.
car. So
Yeah.
he had to have sent that information over to
Tasha.
Tasha K.
He did.
So he wanted that out there because
Of
I
course
think
he
he was
did.
probably trying to take away from like all his arrests and all his abusive shit he's already done against his other baby mothers and whoever else he dated other than Sheree, because Sheree ain't playing that.
Okay.
Muscle of the South ain't gonna let you put your hands.
What you call her, Brody?
Muscle of the South.
Here's your face,
I
Brody.
can't.
I love Sheree, but you already know she ain't letting nobody put her motherfucking
She definitely not.
hands on her.
She
So
gonna be
the
like,
fact that I think he just likes to be in the limelight. He likes that like toxic, behavior of like, yeah, they see me like this, but I'm still that man. I got body, I got whatever. But so I mean, he wants it. He wants that fame. He like because at the end of the day, they don't look at him as like, oh, like he's an abuser. They look at it like he's another sex symbol, and sex sells, baby. So he gonna get what he needs.
okay. Rashida Nicole, what you think, sis?
I don't really too much follow him. He's not like I'm surprised you say he's a sex symbol. He doesn't give me like he even swings for our team, so I don't know.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
He's swinging to the
Oh
right, not the
shit!
left.
Oh,
Is that
All
the
okay.
righty then. This came with a word tonight, okay?
Tarzan, honey.
Sheldon, what you
we
think?
all speechless now? Like, oh, okay.
Like, Sheldon, what you think?
Oh, okay. I Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to him, I so I've worked in reality TV, and I absolutely know for a truth everything is not real.
Right.
Okay, and this is my experience. This is what I know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about the fact if this is real. If this is real, it's a whole lot of unfortunates. One being that they have to play this out in the public. That's the first thing. The second thing is if this is real, I see that Martell is the obvious problem, but what is the obvious problem is not always the real problem.
Mm,
You get what I'm saying? And
mhm.
so because of I think what he's done, the things that he has done or whatever, it's easy to believe that you are 100% the problem. And then two, because he has the burden of proof on his back, he can't really be vulnerable enough to apologize and stay in that place because at the same time you can't pers- per, prove something on one side and protect something on the other side at the same time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
now you can't protect her because you have a burden of proof against her.
Fair. Yeah, you're
You
right.
get what I'm saying? So now you stuck in a crossfire because you can't you can't resist making yourself look right. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And no man wants to look wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong for that, but a lot of times when it comes to the ego, that's what we have to deal with trying to be like, yo, like I don't want to be under everybody's criticism like this. So you doing this too. I love you, but you doing this right here too. And
Right.
it's just a crazy back and forth. I just wish that there was just a better position. You get what I'm saying? Because I just wish it was a better position. And then two, people don't realize because y'all got to understand. Like I have lived a long enough. Does everybody know what call waiting is
Yes.
on
Mm-hmm.
this platform? You know
Mm-hmm.
what? So who knows what call waiting is?
We all do.
Yep.
Okay, great. I was born because y'all remember back in the day. You ask kids right now what's call waiting, and they be like, "What's that?"
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, back in the day when you call somebody, if the phone was busy, you couldn't get through.
Talk to somebody.
Like
Right.
it wasn't. You just gonna have to wait until they get off the phone. Well, my point in bringing all that up is we're at the end of a real beta test when it comes to people that were born into technology and have become adults in the age of technology. And we are in a completely different world
Mm,
than most of us. You get what I'm
right.
saying? And so I just don't think that this is going to age well when it comes to your children.
Agreed.
You get what I'm saying? Because how are y'all gonna talk out of that when it comes to the children and they look at certain patterns and then too if they grow up and begin to emulate these patterns?
Right.
I just
Right.
don't think this is gonna age well, like none of it.
Yeah, it's not a good look on either one of their behalf. To your point, Sheldon. I just kind of wish. I think there's probably still some love that might
Me
be
too.
there.
Me too.
And this is part of the reason why Martell is trying to be a little petty with everything. However, to your point, y'all got kids together. Y'all was
Period.
married. Y'all had businesses together. So now all of that tarnishes y'all character a little bit more in my eyes personally. And it comes to the point where what do you tell your kids when they come to you or when your kids are at school and somebody coming up to them and saying, "Oh, I saw your mama and your daddy getting into it on social media, and your mama was putting lighter fluid on the couch and cussing your daddy out." Like, don't nobody want to do with all of that. Like, y'all have to also understand that all of this stuff that we put out here on social media or on the internet, that never goes away. That stays forever. So regardless if the original post you put up or not is still there, there's 50 other outlets that done reposted this. And you don't have no control over that unless you pay
No.
to get it all taken down. So let's
Right.
just, really be more conscious, especially when there are kids involved, what we doing, how we saying, and how we treat each other on this Beyonce internet, okay? Because I'm taking approval of all of that. All right, y'all.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, piggybacking off of everything that was said, like you guys are saying, like we're coming to an end of an era of certain things, but it's like also an era where people don't care. Like, they're doing anything to become this person. And I don't know him personally, so I can't speak on it. Like, but a lot of people don't care. They're willing to do anything. Like, it doesn't matter to them. So, like you said, yes, like let's be conscious, but will we? Will they? No, I just think it's going to get worse. That's it. Because this grown man, took the time to record this. You like
that's some bitter baby mama moves, if you ask me.
What you say?
So again, from my first initial statement, I'm just gonna leave it there.
That part. That proves it. Okay, that's enough evidence. That's all the evidence we need.
That's scary. That is scary.
All right, y'all. So shifting gears really quickly. The Barbs and the Hotties are back beefing with each other. Okay. So last night,
sorry,
it all kind of started. What you say, Sheldon?
Brody, what you belong to before we start this?
Right, Brody.
The Barbs.
We already know I'm a Barb.
Okay, got it. I knew
Brody,
you was something.
Are you Plum
I
and
knew you
Pimp C? Is that Plum and Pimp C? Who you want to be? Plum and Pimp C?
Oh my God.
I'm screaming.
Oh my God. So it all started to rise late last night. Meg Thee Stallion came out with a new single called His. And so basically this was a pickup from her song Cobra that she came out with a few weeks ago. And this song, it is really addressing her and Partisan and a relationship. Part of the lyrics that she said is he can't move on, can't let it go. He hooked nose full of that Tina Snow. So insinuating that he on coke.
Oh wow.
She also allegedly threw some shots at Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty, and basically we all know he's a registered sex offender. And she said these hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. Bitch, you a pussy. Okay. So we all know the Queen of Petty is a motherfucking monster. Okay.
Right.
When it comes to Nicki, she's petty. Can we put that picture back up, please? Honestly. She's the Queen of Petty.
It says, I'm Otis. Nobody came to see you, Otis. Okay?
Yes.
Oh my God. That is horrible.
But do you see them feet though? Like, gee, you should have saw the other picture of Megan's feet. Oh,
yes, so
God.
those are actually Nicki's toes right there. So
no, I know. No, it's Nicki and Megan. Like, Nicki is stopping on top of Megan's toe on that one.
Literally. So there's a picture of Megan's toes that are kind of like hanging over the shoe. They got a couple of corns. They bought up a little bit. And then Nicki posts a really nice picture of her feet, and they just really look, nice and pretty and white and manicured.
Oh, snap.
And so now Nicki also has come back with the track. Yes. So she has the track that she done came out with, and she said a bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. Okay. So when I tell you, Nicki, you don't want to mess with Nicki. She is the queen for a reason. Okay. I love Nicki Minaj. And even though she has her moments where I kind of scratch my head and I'll be like, all right, Nick, we could have did without that. This was one of those moments where I was like, yes, bitch, yes. And I also like Megan, so I kind of was like, it's a draw for me. What do y'all think? Who is being petty, and was Nicki wrong for her response, or was Meg wrong because she started shooting all the shots?
Y'all go.
Rashida, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I'm sorry, Nikki. One thing about it, Nikki, y'all have to give her flowers. And a lot of rap girls come in like, I'm that bitch, blah, blah, blah. But y'all have to give her flowers. Like, she is still the queen of rap. I don't care, hands down. So not only that, it's just like, that's who you want to take up. Like, that's who you want to go up against. Like, you better be prepared.
For
Because
sure.
she killed her whole freaking track and with 4 bars.
That was it.
4 bars. Took her out. And I can't wait till her track drop on Monday. I'm waiting for it. Like, and then she provides receipts and pictures with everything. And you know Nikki is just comically funny. Like,
Right.
she's just funny as
She don't
hell.
even try to be, but it just happens.
Like, I feel sorry for sis. I know she's sad. I mean, but it still does really help her because it's gonna help her album sales. But she probably gonna go back into hiding.
Listen, how I feel about the situation is, when you attack, if you go to a bee's nest and you think you're gonna hit the bee's nest with a bat, bees gonna come up out of there.
They are.
Mama went live and said, "Get up on your good foot," a reference from James Brown.
Yes.
Yes. If you dig deep, Mama is digging deep into your ass. First off, you already know Meg and Nikki already had like their pre-drama or whatever, but it's like, and even Nikki said in her interview with what's his name, Joe Budden, she's like, I don't go after these girls. These girls come for me. So therefore, I'm just having fun. You want to come for me? I'm gonna have a little fun with you too. Let's laugh. Everybody want to motherfucking laugh on the internet. Let's laugh. Let me give you something to laugh at. You cracking jokes, but guess what? I'm coming back at your ass. And guess what? It's so unfortunate, like one thing you don't want to ever do is get on Nicki Minaj's bad side.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you want to do. That's like going against like Kenya Moore or Nene Leakes on Housewives. That's like going against somebody. Nikki has been a vet in the game forever. She put you on. Hot Girl Summer, baby.
Right.
She plateaued you to get there. So the fact that you don't even pay respect to someone who helped you in the game, like, it's like they want to take, but they can never give. So you got so much to say.
And that's, Brody, just bouncing off of you. That's the thing that kind of bothers me because it's always like that. Like, again, like Nikki said, I don't come for these girls. Like, so then when she finally does, like, okay, you want to play? I'm going to play. And then she's just playing. She's not even getting off the tippy top of it. Okay. Right. So it's just like, then their feelings are hurt and now she's the bully. How? Like, but that's always how it goes. Like, you can poke at the bear. And Meg came out the gate swinging, talking about that. Oh, she's mad at the Meg law or whatever. Girl, stop playing. Okay, so you want to play? You want to play with me and my family too? Okay. No, like you said. They did you see that post where it says no bullets? Like, it was like, mwah, no bullets. Not
I'm screaming.
And when I say we are in a Barbie world right now,
literally.
All I can say, and I know I'm going to be hated on for this because I love her too, but I'm sure Cardi is just happy it ain't about her.
Not this time. Look, not this time.
Cardi B got her own drama going on. She hasn't even been on Instagram in God knows how long.
Yes. But again, I love Cardi too, but Nicki, Meg, this is not what you wanted.
Nicki gonna pop her shit every time. So for people who are wondering what Megan's law is, it's a law requiring authorities to notify communities of the whereabouts of convicted sex offenders. So again, we know
that was a great play on words.
Yeah,
that was a great play on words.
A registered sex offender.
But everything else was like very amateur hour. Like, so I get what she was saying. She was like, you still can't catch the beat. Cause it was just like, bro, you coming out like either. Like, you want to have a good diss track like that. And it wasn't even giving that. Like, you need to go back in the lab, go back real quick and fix it.
I think, it's interesting because like I'd never drunk the Megan Kool-Aid. But I do think for a truth that this girl is to live for gorgeous.
Oh,
I mean,
beautiful.
oh my God. When I say Megan Thee Stallion is beautiful, I remember when I first started hearing her name and pictures would pop up this girl, and I say, who the F is that? That is a stunning black woman. But I just, I come from the little Kim world and the world where rap was different. Latifah, like they were all different. Missy was
Mm-hmm.
different. You get what I'm saying? And like Moni Love was different. Like I mean, MC Light was different. Like all of them. Like I come from that world of female rappers. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm used to a different skill set. Not saying that Megan doesn't have it, but to me, she is a little different when it comes to that. But Nicki Minaj is the absolute biggest selling rap female artist in the world.
Right.
No woman has had more cameos
Exactly.
on records than Nicki Minaj. No
Exactly.
female rapper has had that many. So my thing is, she's definitely the GOAT when it comes to that. Love Cardi, you know what I'm saying? And I really wish they was friends. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
Because
Me
because I
too.
feel because I feel like they would be gatekeepers in a different way if they were connected in
Yep.
the right way. You get
Yep.
what I'm saying?
A
Yep.
And
joint
so,
album, a joint album with an A.
Oh my
ooh,
That
it
would
would
God.
be
eat.
okay. I would
But you know
be
Nobody
that
here.
could see
it
them.
would
Like
be a whole buffet. It would be
Yeah,
a whole buffet.
no
Like
crumbs
it,
left behind.
no
but you know
crumb.
what? But you know what? The one thing that I absolutely appreciate and I don't frown at, what they're doing in rap is really what rap was about back in the day.
Right.
The rap wasn't about meeting you in public and blowing your brains out. The rap was about getting on wax,
Right.
dissing you, you dissing me, and we live to tell about it.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what rap was about. So I'm
Entertainment.
so glad. Right. That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And actually, my bullets from my tongue replaced the bullets in the gun.
That part.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how we came at each other. So I just think the sparring is sexy. And I think that it's a great use of the rap game. And I pray that it stays right there
Yeah.
Yes.
I
and
was
they milk it.
I was actually excited when I woke up and I saw all of it because I went to sleep before all of this unraveled, and I was like, "Oh, hold on! Oh, let me look at this post! Oh, let me connect this dot." Because Twitter was going up and the hashtag Bigfoot was everywhere, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? What did I miss overnight?" So there we go. So between the Bigfoot, so this is actually a picture from when they did Hot Girl Summer. And that is Nikki's foot, like Rashida Nicole said, that is Nikki's foot in front of Megan's foot. So I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to pull up the picture of Meg's toes because oh my gosh, it like hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta pull this up.
So, but she ain't got the Oprah toes, do she?
It's worse.
No, quit
I
playing.
promise you it's worse. I promise you.
Hold on, because I got this blur on.
And
So
then
Yeah.
why in
Oh,
every picture does Meg's
Jordan,
toes
send
look
that
like
to me.
she did them at home? Can
real.
y'all hear
Oh,
me?
oh
Yeah,
yes. Oh my God.
Like, why does it look like she did them at home? Like, that
yeah.
don't make sense. Carmen, I'm about to send this to you. Can you upload it in the chat, please?
Honestly, I'm here for the female beef. I just hate that it's Meg and Nikki because they did work together in the past, and I just thought, that they would continue to work on a relationship and friendship. But I guess once Meg started working with Cardi, that's when Nick was like, I ain't fucking with you no more. It's
I think it
definitely
was a little more than that though, because I remember Nikki kind of speaking on like when she was pregnant and nobody knew, and Meg was trying to make her drink or say like little slick shit about like, we ain't, because that's when she kept saying like Plan B, Plan B. It was
yeah,
something going on with Meg's song or something about Plan B. No, it was like weird vibes and energy going on. So I don't even think it was have anything to really do with Cardi. I think Cardi was the icing on the cake. I
gotcha.
think it was just weird shit going on outside of that.
I agree.
Did y'all
Ah,
get the picture? I want y'all to see it. Y'all have to stop and look at this picture.
well, I got the picture from Jordan. Ooh wee. Yeah. Ooh wee.
Them is auntie toes. And I feel like you got
Oh.
enough money. Go get your toes fixed, sis.
Well, Megan Thee Stallion probably wears a size 42, which is a size 11, 12 shoe in women's. So you do that with that what you want.
You do the math, but still, why does your
Subtle
toes look
shade
like
for
that?
me.
Why does your toes look like that? Like,
She
and
be
then like
sweet.
this, it's worse than Ti's toes the other day. Like, why do they look like this? Like, and then it's that middle one. Everybody's
It's
middle one
longer
is
than the
killing
rest of
them.
them. Yes.
Like, it's taking over. Like, why?
First
Carmen,
off,
pull up that picture.
why are we not buying a shoe in our size so that our feet don't do like
Call
this?
up.
Right.
Exactly.
Woo!
There
Oh
it
my
is.
god. Oh my god.
Look at that foot. She
Mm.
got to
She
see more
definitely
toes.
homemade them
At least
toenails. Like she didn't go to the nail salon and get them done. There's no way.
And
it's
if
No
you
giving
way.
did, it's
auntie at the
I love that.
cookout. She about to put that's the bougie auntie at the cookout. She
She
got her
got the
cook.
Monica sandals on.
Never meant to cause you no pain.
Hey, okay.
Oh my God, this
Literally.
is a deja vu.
Is
Ooh,
it?
It
that's
is.
good.
I had this moment in deja vu.
Oh, that's
Amen.
funny because I call those mile marker moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Look at
the
the
toes
feet.
for me. The little bunions and corns on the side. Whew. So
Well,
Did y'all?
until next time, because I wanna see what Nikki comes out with, because she
I
comes
was
out
gonna
with her
say, who
track.
y'all think gonna win this battle?
Come
Pink
on, are
Friday
you for
2 in
real?
stores now.
Right.
Nicki Minaj is undoubtedly a standard in rap.
Oh, for sure.
She
She's the
might not be
blueprint.
the standard, but she is definitely a standard. But you know what though? Here's the thing: when we talk about that, and I know we got to go, but I do want to raise this right here. When we talk about rightful homage and all of that, who do you think like some of the earlier rappers are that like
Latifah.
female? Okay,
I mean, Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. Who would you think?
Definitely Lil Kim. Lil Kim has always been my girl. I've always
Definitely Lil Kim. Who would you say, Rashida?
Who did I grow up listening to? Missy Elliott was one of my biggest ones that I loved growing up listening to. And she was so different because, again, she wasn't the quote unquote sexy sex sales rapper. You get what I'm saying?
Right, she
Like,
wasn't.
but she fucking killed
She
every
was
song
skilled.
she got
She
yeah,
was
on. Okay?
straight skilled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Missy was straight skilled. But
Mm-hmm.
do y'all know who is one of the earliest female rappers that y'all would not believe?
Who?
cool.
And had a whole was a part
Wait.
of
Keep going. Keep going. Don't
was
say
a
it.
part was a part of a whole female group that literally had rap music out before all of them.
Ooh.
Pepper.
Angie Stone.
For real?
Really?
Angie Stone was one of the first female rappers. A lot of people didn't know that. But you remember that song, Gon' Funk You Right On Up, but Gon' Funk You Right On Up. It was from the Sugar Hill Gang movement. You
I
know,
do.
hip, hop, the hibbity, the
Yeah.
hibbity, hip, hip. Okay, so that's the Sugar Hill Gang. They had a female group called Sequence. Angie Stone was 17, 18 years old
Wow.
when
Wow.
Angie Stone was one of the first female rappers. And her name was I think Angie B.
Mm.
That was her name. And you never hear Angie Stone be like, well, all y'all my children, because I was one of the first ones, because I'm talking about it was a straight up rap song.
Mm.
And all of them had a rap part in it. So my thing is she never claims that.
Right.
And Angie has some skills too. Like
I've never known that. So you just told and taught us all something new because
I'm
I had no.
serious. I used to have the album. It was one of my first hip hop albums because I was shit, maybe eight or nine. I was real young when that came out. But I mean it but I just often think about that how Angie she never jumps out and wag that in people's face that
Right.
she was the one of the first female rappers on wax.
Okay, now
Mm.
we're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's from the group called Sequence.
Okay.
Sequence is the name of the group. If you look it up right now, I think they released their first album in 1978, maybe like
Okay.
1978, 79.
Yep.
When was it?
Oh wow.
79.
1979.
Yep.
Yep. And she was a whole rapper,
I have no
Wow.
clue.
a
Wow.
whole rapper. And the song that I was just singing was one of the rap songs that was on the CD.
That's
Cheryl
crazy.
Pearl Cook, Gwendolyn Blondie Chisholm, and Angie Stone.
Angie Stone. Yep, 1979.
Okay,
So,
then.
and she ain't waving her click in nobody's face about what she done did.
Exactly.
So my thing is, I often think about that, like, where's the humility in it all? Because at the end of the day, just like we don't choose who we influence, neither do you force people to give you homage.
Absolutely. Right. Just let it happen naturally.
Right.
That's why, like, even like Lil Baby always says, like, I don't claim to be the GOAT. I leave that up to the people. Like, you know, like he just lets people say that stuff. Not that might be a bad example, but again, like if you are that person, people are gonna acknowledge you as such. You ain't gotta go above and beyond. It's just
Period.
like saying, I'm a lady. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. Like obviously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah.
I can acknowledge it. You know, you're a
Right.
lady. Like, what you got to prove? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
But like at some point, we have to remember. Like, granted, I see where y'all saying, but you know, there's just so much behind the scenes that also happens. You know, when people like they work their ass off, and you give like all this recognition to people who are just jumping into the game. You know, so. I feel like Nikki is just like, you know, I definitely think Nikki definitely puts a lot of gas on, telling people like, you know, I'm that bitch, you
Right.
know, I can be all the way covered and still getting sexy. I'm all these bitches is my sons, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like there's just so much that's happened to her in her career that has, you know, kind of scarred her. Where it's like, you know, what the fuck? Like, you know, I do all this shit. I've reopened the door for female rap, a door that was closed for so long that, you know, that so many women, really the only one that was kind of holding it down was really Trina. Trina was putting out little bops here and there, but it wasn't like mainstream. If you think about crossover, Nicki Minaj was crossover, and all the shit that has happened. Like, even think about last year's Grammys, like how they moved Super Freaky Girl to, you know, the rap category when it was clearly a pop record, you know. So there's just so much that happens behind the scenes that's so fucked up, where she's like, you know, I'm tired of being fucked over, you know, at the end of the day. Like, you know, I deserve the recognition. I deserve this award. I deserve this. I deserve that. But yet y'all give it to people who throw out quick bops, quick this, quick that, boom.
But you know what, though? And I'm so glad you brought that up, Brody. Because you know what I think when it comes to the Grammys, the only thing that they have on Nicki Minaj is she want one.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they got on.
But
If
she's
she didn't
well
want that,
overdue one though.
but my thing is this right here. The one thing that the Grammys has not done is stopped her flow. Nicki
That's
Not
Minaj
at all.
is one of the biggest and most celebrated rappers, male or female, on the planet.
Yep.
artist,
So,
period. Not even
period.
just yeah.
Period. So let's be honest. The
Why do they do
Grammys,
that though?
but my thing is this right here. I feel like we need something like an Essence Awards. We
Right.
need something, you know what I'm saying, a Black Music Awards. Now, here's the thing. I'm not opposed to people having the Latin Awards. You know what I'm saying, or just different pop awards. And it's okay. The country awards, it's okay. The hip hop awards, it's okay. Simply because this is our music. We should be able to judge it.
Well, we do have the BET Awards. We got the BET Hip Hop Awards. We got the NAACP Image Awards. We also have what's another one?
But the
that
big
should,
stars,
but
the big stars don't go to those shows anymore.
And this is true. A lot of these shows that the big stars don't go to anymore. Like, you're not gonna catch a Beyonce and a Jay-Z at these awards. You're not gonna catch a Nicki Minaj at these awards. And earlier in their career, and that's the crazy part too. Earlier in their career, yes, they were there at all of these awards, but now they just like they're above it at a certain extent, to a certain extent.
But I feel like that should be the standard though. And not the Grammy should be the standard for a black person.
Agreed.
That should be the pinnacle of your career because your peers, your people said that you bad as fuck to us.
Well, and then to some artists' defense, sometimes it is the organizers' fault that a lot of these artists do not show up to the Black award shows, because even me going and attending the BT Hip Hop Awards this year, it was so much confusion. Communication wasn't there. And so sometimes when you hit a certain point in your career and you realize who you really are and what your worth is, you don't want to deal with all that headache. You don't want to deal with all that stress. You don't want to be sent to 5 different people to get one fucking answer. Like, sometimes it gets to a point where it's just like, look, I don't even got time nor the energy to deal with all of this. So what the hell am I gonna keep showing up for if y'all can't even communicate effectively what time I need to be there and who I'm sitting next to, or even if I'm nominated? If I'm not nominated, so what am I turning up? What am I showing up for?
Right. And you know, I want to work on one of those committees so bad. I mean, I really, really do, because I have such a knack for organization, and then also being on this side of it and that side, because I would love to bring the prestige back to that. I think Will Packer did an amazing job before his night was ruined.
Who's that, Megan, Nikki?
Megan and Nikki. Yeah. And so I just want to bring the prestige back to that. I mean, and we should hold that in high esteem. I don't care.
There goes Sequence.
Sequence, the sisters of rap.
Yes. And that's on the left.
And look, yep, on the left.
Wow.
The sisters of rap. And she don't never get out front with no bull. And she had skills.
Do y'all think Nikki and Meg can come back from this and mend their relationship, or is it going too far?
I hope so. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they're better together.
I think everything is done. I mean, honestly, I feel like what the female rap was always so quiet, so it's more so about like keeping the longevity of it going. I think a lot, again, like we talked about the reality show aspect of it, the music industry aspect of it. I'm sure later on, like when like female, because there's so many female rappers out now, once it starts like depleting, these girls are gonna make up. They're going to do songs together. Nicki Minaj will probably, the biggest thing that could happen for female rap in this right now is there could be a female rapper album. Cardi, Nicki, Lil' Kim, Lotto, like
that would actually be hot.
The big girls, like let's be for real, like the big girls, like a Missy, Queen Latifah, Nicki Minaj,
Eve,
Lil' Kim, Eve, like.
Like
the big girl, Trina.
Nobody can get them.
Yeah.
Nobody can get them.
That was a big girl.
That's gonna be like when I tell you that happens. When that happens, that's when the world, female rap is going to explode the male-dominated industry.
Yes, for sure. All right, y'all.
So amazing.
Well, this is an awesome conversation. I appreciate all of y'all tonight. We covered a lot of good juicy tea. Okay. We covered Cam Newton questioning Charlamagne the God and Envy about where Just Hilarious is. Hopefully they bring our good sis back to Breakfast Club. We really don't know what's going on, right, Just? What's happening, sis?
What's going on, girl?
50 Cent still suing Tiara Marie almost 10 years later. Okay. Rick Ross, his baby mama Tia Kemp with her messy ass. Jamal Bryant and his co-pastor loving on each other over a piece of cake, with Tasha K spotting them in the ice cream parlor. Melody and Martell Holt with they messy ass divorce. And our girls, the Barbs and the Hotties, going back and forth with each other. Nikki being a motherfucking monster. She always is gonna come with a good ass line and some toes and all kinds of receipts to follow up with it. Y'all, this has been an amazing conversation.
Oh God.
It's the toes for me in that last picture. Hopefully Meg can go get her toes taken care of. And she can stand on her good foot, in the words of Nicki Minaj. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you are following us on all social media platforms at JuicyPop TV. Y'all want to give out y'all personal social media pages and handles? Lil Brody.
What's up, you guys? It's your boy, Lord Brody, the one and only. You know where to find me.
And I am Sheldon G. Horton everywhere. Also, IG, the fashion underscore enthusiast, the underscore fashion enthusiast, and Sheldon GH will get you connected on IG.
Period.
Rashida Nicole, where can they find you, sis?
You can find me on all social medias at I am Art Nicole.
Yes.
All right. Okay, keep this up. And y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at MISS Jordan underscore radio. And that is Jordan with an A, not a Y. Okay. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.